G'day, it's Clive Rocksinger here. Now, people are great ones for when you say, oh, you've discovered something. Everybody always says, oh yeah, I knew that, or I knew that. You know why I know nobody knows this? Well, it's a matter of either they don't know it or the people that do know aren't talking about it. And this is something, I'm sitting on top of a real minefield here. This is something that I didn't even know, and it's taken years to figure this out. And this is going to blow music right off the map. And I know that I say that and I am a bit of a sensationalist, but this is killer, and I've got the proof right here. Now, the way I work music out, I'm not musical, I can't read dots. And I cheat like here, like I'm breaking the law here because I'm actually pinching a screenshot of that. I don't pay for it yet, but I do. I buy all my music off notes.com, musicnotes.com, and I've got, about 30 of Taylor Swift songs that I pay for. I do eventually pay for them, but I start off by just pinching the notes to see if I can work it out and see how it sounds first. Now, in this particular case, I'm using Finale because Sibelius is a bit complicated for me still yet. Now, what I had the idea of doing was playing the melody on my 5-string, which is this one here, and it's working really great. But I've discovered something that's bizarre, and you can hear it for yourself. I'm going to play this for you, right? Now, this is the part for Willow, so it goes, I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night. Now, that's actually the tune, right? Now, there it is there in notes. Now, the thing that you'll notice about this is that when you're doing the lyrics, if you write it out in notes, it goes bing bom bing bom bing bom bom bom. It's playing all the individual notes. So what I did was I grouped them together and made the notes more, because I'm playing this on the guitar, I'm playing the melody on the guitar, and instead of at the start where it's got, I'll put that down to regular size, instead of at the start here, if you see here, it's got a quarter note and 2/8 notes. What I've done is, that particular one, where is that? How have I worked that out? Oh, that's right. No, the first one's a quarter note. The second one's 2/8 notes, and what I've done is replace it with a quarter note. And then when it goes into this 4-part one, those two ones in the middle are actually a quarter note. So I put an 8th note, quarter note, 8th note. See how I've done this? And so instead of having all of this paraphernalia, I've got notes that are continuous. So I got that worked out. So the first thing I do is I identify that's bass space 1, that's bass line 1, that's middle space 2, and this is how I identify it. So first I identify it, and that's my own music notation which I'm working on. Working out the key, which is G major, and then I work out the actual my octave references. That's E, C, mid range, and all that. That's G bass, A bass, B bass, B bass. I go to the next stage, and then I go onto the fingerboard, and I pick out all the notes, and then I plan it all out like that. That's the tune, right? And then I go into Finale, and I play it. And this is what it sounds like, except for the title, which is not what the title is. Now that sounded okay, but when I played it on the guitar it sounded awful. It didn't sound like the tune at all, and I thought, this is not the tune. Why doesn't it sound right? So I went back to the music, and I'll turn that off while, and what I'll do is go in here and get this one here. Now this is what they ain't telling you, and this is really annoying. What I wanted to do was work a really simple tune out, and they call that the melody, right? The part that Taylor Swift's singing. You want to know something? That's not what it is at all. It's the vocal instrument. Does it sound stupid? Yeah. But you know why? Because her voice is adding on to bloody E minor, the E minor chord. So the melody is okay with some songs when you're only singing and you've got no chords behind it. But when you're singing that tune, when she's singing I'm Like the Water, she's singing that with E minor bass with 3 notes supporting her voice. So although she's singing bass space 1, right, she's actually got 3 other notes being added to her vocal range. So that's not what it's being played at all. So the trick to this, I found, is to play simple guitar, which is what I'm intending on doing. This is my course of teaching music. What you do is you use the scripted music to back up your note playing on the guitar. So you play the melody on the guitar and sing along with it, but you have your chords backing, playing in the background. You listen to how different this sounds. See how it adds to it? See how it adds to it? And that's something I never even noticed, is that when you do the melody, they say, oh, it's the melody. Oh, you work out the melody first. That's fucking crap. Yeah, you might work out the melody, but then you work out all the actual song behind it. But what you're listening to is the song, it's not the melody. Yeah, you can treat the melody like it's an independent thing, but when you're playing on a guitar, you've got to put the whole instrument set there, and the vocal part's actually, her voice is part of the instruments. And so you've got to include all the rest of it. So what I'm going to do now is what I do is I'll be playing that on the, I could actually perform that. I'll play that on my 5-string guitar. But what's got to happen is you've got to have these chords playing in the background to support it and keep your timing. And so you play along with your scripted backing, and what it does is it allows you to play simple songs, but then you've got to get together with the rest of the band and practice playing it with the band as such. So that's actually the way it kind of works. And that's why they can't teach it simply, because you need a whole bloody band backing you up, and you could never do it in the old days, but you can do it now, because you can do it with scripted music, because technically the only way you do it was get with the band, and that's probably what they do when they get with the band, is they teach you this. And so now they've got this software, we've got Finale and that, you can now do that with software backing, and instead of just playing along with a metronome, you've got this in the background. Makes a complete difference. It's totally different. Yeah, so this is my music course. It's totally different than any other live rock singer over and out. My video's just about to run out of time.